Well, Diddy's lawyers, they asked for him to be bailed out again for the fourth time he was denied bail. I'm pretty sure that, at some point do they say you're done asking for this, or is it just a thing where it's just unlimited? You can just until the trial.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, and they're saying the conditions in the jail that he's in make it difficult for his lawyers to communicate with him. So I'm not sure what that's about, but nice try.
So, get used to all this because it's just like with Harvey Weinstein. Like his lawyers are going to try their darndest, and I'm sure he's paid for some top level lawyers to get as good a deal as he can or be treated as well as he can, which most people won't have, access to those resources. So I'm sure they'll try every step of the way.
I mean, can you imagine being one of his lawyers and just all the lawsuits just keep coming in?
They're busy. That's for sure.
You'd be stressed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And making a lot of money. So probably
maybe that
happy
helps.
About it.
Yeah. Or not, because he's going to have to probably pay out more settlements to people, millions of dollars if there are civil suits out there.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I guess we should get into some blind items then, right?
Or go to law school, kids, because there's a lot of money in it.
True.
Let's do that. Let's get to some blind items. I will say you guys started us in Diddy Corner.
Oh, it's all your fault, Dawn.
I might keep us there.
Okay.
This A-list actor and lower on the list actress wife have drifted away even more in the last year, drifted apart even more in the last year or so. But now they're rallying back together. Or do they just want to get their facts straight and legal strategy straight, considering the feds will come calling? Few people have had as much experience at freak-offs than these two.
I have an idea.
Yeah.
Just because I saw them out and about together. Is this Will and Jada?
Funny. They're hanging out again.
I'm like, what's this about? Okay.
And I saw some other headline about her. God, what was it? It was not Diddy related. Anyway, it'll come to me.
Yeah, according to the blind item, they might be hanging out a little bit more than they have, especially in the last year, because according to the blind item, Will and Jada kind of drifted apart, especially this past year, but now they are rallying back together. Or do they just want to get their facts and legal strategy straight for when the feds come calling? Few people have had as much experience at freak-offs than these two, according to the blind items.
Look, at some point, these blinds are going to have to put up.
That's true.
Because we have heard a lot of talk about all the people around. I'm not saying there's not people around, like, I'm not going to name anybody in particular, but a lot of people mentioned in and around Diddy, and I will be curious to see if actual charges end up getting filed.
Yeah, me too. Because when you see old videos of like their parties, it's every celebrity during that time period is there, like 500 people, and you're like, oh, there's that person. So how are they going to separate, who was there for the after party? I don't know. Witnesses.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. So there you go. You guys got the first one. Well done.
Thanks, Mike.
It's always nice to get that first one
never
on
know.
a Monday.
Yeah.
Hopefully this is a pattern.
Sign of good things to come, perhaps. Let's see if this is the case. Either the number being thrown around is a complete lie, or this A- musician has many more bodies buried than the disgraced producer. So we're sticking with Diddy. Either the number being thrown around is a complete lie and fabrication, or this A- list musician has as many bodies buried as the disgraced producer.
So is this the story that maybe, if you're listening to us on the radio, we talked about during our Dirt Alert?
Well, I don't know about that.
Well, no, because it's A- list. It's not Lil Durk.
It's not Lil Durk.
Durk.
So not actual bodies, but just like...
Well, I don't know. Based on the number, it's being...
A- list singer?
Yeah.
Bodies. J-Lo?
Nope.
Oh.
There's some numbers that have been thrown around as of late.
Is this a guy?
Yep.
All right.
Revolving around an A- list musician.
Okay.
Who's a singer.
Foreign born?
Nope.
American singer.
Okay.
Well, let's see here.
So a singer with numbers attached to them, not actual bodies.
Not actual bodies.
Or dead bodies,
No.
I think is the implication.
No.
But numbers. Singer. number.
And bodies buried, I think, is maybe more
Just,
metaphoric, like skeletons in the closet type vibe. I'm hoping so, but
I mean, look,
given
I'm not putting anything past the blinds.
Given the numbers that are assigned to this guy.
I mean, it's not Jay-Z, is it?
Okay. A- this musician, a person we talked about last week.
Okay.
And there was a very specific number that's been floated around this story.
62.
No.
31.
No.
Should I not guess numbers?
Probably a difficult way to get to it.
Okay. Pop star?
No.
Rap artist? No. Rock and roll?
No. No?
Polka band leader?
You're closer.
Country? Yes. Garth Brooks?
Oh.
That was so last
Gross.
month.
Yeah.
Zach Bryan?
Good one.
Either the numbers being thrown around are a complete lie, or Zach Bryan has as many bodies buried as Diddy. Basically, the blind item is saying if truly his people offered $12 million in an NDA, he's got a heck of a lot more secrets than what Miss Brie Chicken Fry has been talking about.
I so respect her for not taking that money.
100%.
My gosh, that would be really difficult to turn down.
Yeah. And again, she's talked about emotional abuse. She's talked about, some different things he's done around her family at times. And if you watch the full interview, which I would recommend, it was pretty eye-opening. He's offered lots of different ways to keep her quiet.
$12 million.
And according to the blind item, if that $12 million is correct, or basically what the blind item is saying, and I don't love that part where it's like, oh, she's either completely lying, or he has a lot more secrets than just what she's opened up about, which probably makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense, or she would have taken the money.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
And that amount is really a lot.
Well, also, it's just like bad strategy. I'm just trying to think of it from his perspective. Like, you think you're going to offer her, okay, so let's say she takes that $12 million, whatever it is that she knows, I imagine someone else knows. So, because it's not just involving her, right?
Who knows?
Well, there's a belief that her ex, who has never spoken about it, or sorry, his ex, who has never spoken about him ever publicly, and even has been asked and has been very coy about it, she maybe signed an NDA when the relationship ended, when their marriage ended.
I'm just saying, I bet other people know where bodies are buried, and it just seems like a pretty bad precedent to set because all you're going to end up doing is just paying money out the wazoo for the rest of your life. And now, look, doesn't matter because he doesn't have to spend anything, and all the secrets have been spilled anyway.
I don't think all.
Well, no, I'm saying,
yes,
like the cat is out of the bag that there are secrets.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Means it'll never go away because people will always be like, "What else is there?"
And you also just have to imagine if that number's being thrown out there. I mean, yeah, he had a big year, but this guy isn't to the level of success as some of the greatest in his genre, greatest in his industry, greatest in the music industry. I feel like the label had to have been involved, or people behind the scenes had to have been involved to say, hey, we're going to lose X amount of dollars if this guy gets quote unquote canceled or whatever you want to call it. And he has that damaging report come out about him. We have to make sure this NDA goes away. I feel like it was more than just him offering that number.
Like he had some people behind him going, we'll pay that too.
We'll make sure that gets paid because we're going to be making X amount of dollars off of this guy for the next decade. I don't know. That's just a huge number. And I think there's a lot more to this story.
Yeah. I think you're right. Maybe we'll hear more next week.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope so. Let's roll on and do some more blind items here as we'll continue with this one. Negotiations are not going well behind the scenes of this show. Sure, they can say we are going to get another season, but they cannot say who's going to star in it because, quite frankly, they don't know what the cast is going to look like. Negotiations are not going well behind the scenes of this show. Sure, they can say we are going to get another season, but they cannot say who's going to star in it because, quite frankly, they don't even know what the cast is going to look like.
Is this that Euphoria?
You guys are just batting 1,000.
Oh my
today.
gosh,
it's just
good
simple.
job.
It's just rolling through them like they're easy today on a Monday.
Well, it's just because we've been talking about this alleged season.
Yeah.
But everybody's like, it's not going to happen. And they're like, it is going to happen. But meanwhile, these people are like in the old folks' home now because they've all aged out of their, like, is it going to be like, like Rip Van Winkle? Somebody fell asleep and woke up and now they're all
Euphoria.
They're all their parents.
Euphoria, the college years.
Yeah. Plus,
Exactly.
3 of their stars are like mega stars now. Sydney
Well, yeah, that's
Sweeney,
what I mean.
Zendaya, and Jacob Elordi. You know.
Yeah, none of them want to go back to this.
No.
Like Jennifer Lawrence going back to green. What was her character? Blue something. Wasn't she green?
You're thinking of Mystique when she played Mystique in X-Men?
Yeah, because that
She was also the kid on the Jeff Foxworthy show.
No. I'm saying she didn't want to go back to because she had to fulfill her superhero contract.
Yeah.
But her career had already blown up, and she had to go back and do this. I'm just saying when your star goes up, you don't want to go back and do that thing because you're like, oh, I'm so above it.
She'd love to go back and do it
Now.
now.
I bet she'd love to be asked. Yeah.
Yeah. You guys got it. You nailed that one right there. Negotiations. Now, this is following another back and forth. I don't know if you guys have seen it. There was another back and forth the last couple of days where reports were it's dead again. And then HBO reached out to everyone's favorite tabloid to get good headlines, People, and said, no, it's not dead. It's going in production in 2025. That is literally the only statement that was made.
I don't think it's happening. I would not put money on it. I don't know what your betting markets say, Mike, but
yeah, I think it might happen. I just don't think Zendaya, Jacob Elordi, and Sydney Sweeney will all be a part of it.
Yeah. No.
I think it'll happen, but those
with
three.
Special guest Soleil Moonfry.
And Millie Bobby Brown, who's now 47. Just add her to the cast.
Yeah, might as well.
Well,
all right, you guys
to them.
Got that one. You guys are crushing along. Let's see if you can continue this hot streak with another blind item here. This A-list singer/songwriter is having fun with the claims of how or who they owe a ton of money to. They're not denying it. They're just having fun with it. Again, this A-list singer/songwriter is having fun with the claims of how and who they owe a ton of money to. They're not denying it. They're just having fun with it.
A-list singer-songwriter who owes a lot of money.
Mm-hmm. And they're like, oh, it's fine. I owe Citibank a bunch of money. Is it an individual or a conglomerate?
That they owe money to?
Yeah.
It is a conglomerate.
Okay, so like I have a Saks Fifth Avenue bill that's
not just like
it's
that,
Marshalls.
but yes, it is more of a it's definitely a conglomerate.
TJ Maxx. She's a Maxxinista.
Is it a woman?
No.
Oh, it's a guy.
It's a man, baby.
It's a man, baby. A-list singer-songwriter who owes money.
And a lot of it.
We know this. Like, we talk about him being irresponsible.
Okay, just spending money. It makes us nervous when he's spending so much money.
I don't think it makes us nervous, but...
Under 50?
Yes, he's under 50. Thought you were going to say under 50 million.
Under 50 million? What are we talking about? Okay, so under 50 years old.
Not under 50 million.
Under 50 years old.
Is this a foreign-born singer?
This is not a foreign-born singer.
It's not Bieber.
Oops. No, it's not
Britney?
It's not Britney either.
Britney.
Gotta really move that button. It's so close to the buzzer.
Okay, let's see. Country star?
Nope.
Let's go to
a man, baby, who
A
sings.
singer-songwriter. Let me read it again with what you guys got so far.
Okay.
This
We don't have anything, do we?
well, you got the fact that it's a man, I guess. This A-list singer/songwriter is having fun with the claims of who and how much he owes who and how he owes money to people. He isn't denying them. He's just having fun with them. These claims that he owes a ton of money.
Does it have to do with something like, ooh, you're going to strip clubs a lot?
No,
Okay.
but some would see it
Gambling?
vicey.
Gambling debts. Okay.
A gambler. It's not Ben Affleck.
Not Kenny Rogers.
The gambler.
They don't hold the candle to this guy if you believe the blind
Oh,
items.
gosh. All
Okay,
right.
so we've talked about him being irresponsible with money. Does he like to spend it on ladies?
No, it's all gambling.
It's all gambling debt. And he kind of thinks it's cool.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Yes, we know this.
We do?
Yeah, because we've talked about him and his money problems.
Link brains with me right now.
Link brains.
Oh,
She got it.
no.
Did you get it?
Oh.
I didn't get it.
He's out of this world.
Bruno Mars. Oh, we haven't talked about him in a long time.
But I think the last time we did, something about Vegas and lots of money he didn't have.
Yeah, I think last time we brought it up is the fact that, man, that was kind of interesting that he and Lady Gaga, who also happen to be two of the biggest people that are associated with MGM, happened to go ahead and have a random song that came out together and promoted his residency at MGM. And oh, by the way, rumors have it he owes like $50 million to MGM, or did at one
You
point.
could just see like they're like, Gaga, honey, you have to do this thing because we need to get Bruno some
We need to
cash.
get Bruno out of
Which is funny.
that.
That's up for Song of the Year, by the way.
Well,
It is?
It is. That song out of nowhere is like the biggest shock when it comes to the Grammys and Song of the Year. But let's fill in the blind items here. Bruno Mars is having fun with the claims that he owes a bunch of money to MGM. And he's not denying them. He's just having lots of fun with them. I don't know if you've seen his recent claims, but he's basically like, I kind of love the idea that I'm the lounge singer who the mafia owns because I owed all this money to him or whatever. Like he's having fun with it.
Oh, okay.
Again, he's not saying it's not true. He's just having fun with it.
yeah,
Gambling, man. You really get you.
that's a dangerous, dangerous habit.
I'm glad I don't have the bug for that, you know?
Yeah, I don't have the talent for it.
No.
I just play slots, which requires hitting a button. And then when you don't have any money, it's
Yeah.
like, well, I guess I'm done now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of award season, we just mentioned the fact that song is up for Song of the Year.
Grammy.
If you want more proof that award season is simply based on nothing more than schmoozing and glad handing the right people over actually having a good album or being successful, just look at this A-list singer / sometimes actress. They were a little busy, hence no nom for you.
Oh.
No nom for you. Nom.
Why
We've
were
got
they
it.
busy?
If you want more proof that award season is simply based on schmoozing and glad handing the right people over actually having a successful or good album, just look at this A-list singer / sometimes actress, as they were a little busy, hence no nomination for them.
Is it Taylor Swift?
Nope.
Okay.
She's
So
definitely
we have a
up for
lot
it.
of singer actresses, but I kind of want to understand this blind first, which is they're saying like she was busy. What does that have to do with her not getting nominated?
Because all of the award season, based on the first part of it, is schmoozing and glad handing.
Oh, so she was so busy
She didn't have
actually
She didn't
doing
have to
stuff.
do the promotion and the marketing
that
that took
she-
place with the right people, because it's all about making sure the right people
Yeah.
are taken care of, and then you'll get taken care of.
Is this Selena Gomez?
No.
Okay.
I was leaning more towards like Gaga. Okay.
What about
just-
Grandy?
You're all in fantastic positions, guessing the right type of people, and yes, you just got it.
Grandy?
Ariana Grande.
Yes.
Grande.
Many feel like one of the biggest Oscar snubs is the fact that her latest album
Grammy?
is nowhere near the, yes, Grammy, is nowhere around the album of the year race. And according to the blind items, if you want any more proof that award season is simply just schmoozing and glad handing the right people, then you're seeing a perfect example of it. Ariana Grande was shooting a movie and didn't have the opportunity to go make sure those people were,
Also listening to her music.
yeah.
Yeah, she just
Whatever
wasn't
you need to
buttering
do.
someone's muffin.
Exactly.
She was
You gotta butter
buttering
those
Hollywood's
muffins.
muffin, not the Grammy muffin.
Yeah.
Kind of want a nice Graham. What's a Grammy muffin?
Yeah, that'd be
Graham
good.
muffin.
Graham
Graham
cracker?
cracker muffin.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
Nice.
God, I want a muffin. I don't even need butter. Yeah, butter on a muffin seems like overkill.
Yeah.
If it's a good muffin. If it's a crap muffin, then you need to put all sorts of stuff on it. And really, a muffin is just a cupcake without frosting.
Kind of.
Truth.
Yeah.
I had one this weekend. It was cinnamon walnut
Oh.
streusel, and I was like, "This is just coffee cake. This ain't a muffin." I mean, I wasn't complaining. It was a good muffin, cupcake, coffee cake.
Did it have cream cheese icing on it?
No, had no icing.
Oh, yeah, because it's a muffin.
Yeah,
Remember that?
otherwise it's a cupcake.
Right.
Remember that food spinoff of Blinded by the Item I talked about last week?
Yes.
We've got episode 2.
Oh,
Really?
Thank you. Yeah, it's
Okay.
going to be all about the difference between a muffin and
Cupcakes or
Cupcake.
muffin. God, you could do blinds with food, but it would have to be like Food Network celebs and stuff. Like
Yeah.
Pioneer Woman. What does she really get up to? How many bodies are buried in her prairie
It's a
backyard?
big old ranch.
Bobby Flay slipping into Kristen Cavallari's
Well, there is
DMs.
drama there.
I know.
right?
That actually
Yes.
happened.
Yes.
Yes.
What are you talking
And
about?
Bobby Flay and Giada De Laurentiis.
Yeah.
He's trying to get in both of their DMs?
Well, the Cavallari one was years ago. But yeah, he slipped into her DMs and said, "Hey, I'm going to be in Nashville for the night. You want to hang out?"
What, play bridge? Come on.
I don't think they were playing bridge.
Did she play other games with him?
Playing London Bridge.
They didn't actually get together.
They played the Eiffel Tower
Ooh,
game.
I think it was just the two of them.
Okay.
That makes it even more kinky.
Let's go ahead and do another one here. This foreign-born former A-plus list actor hasn't been seen in public for months, mostly because he doesn't like to appear in public after his last few rounds of botched plastic surgery this last year.
Oh, well.
Okay, blind items.
Former A-plus list?
Yes, foreign-born former A-plus list actor hasn't been seen in public for months, mostly because he doesn't want to appear after these last few rounds of botched plastic surgery.
So it's not
Years.
Cruisy Tom.
It's not Cruisy Tom.
It's not Killian Murphy.
Not Killian Murphy.
Okay.
Former A-plus list
Former
actor.
A-plus list, like a A-lister still. I mean, still an A-lister, but there was a time.
Oh, is it like Russell Crowe?
Nope.
Okay.
That's a good guess. Do they have they been in a movie in the last year?
Yes.
Okay, so they are still working.
Yes.
With really bad plastic surgery face.
Well, maybe the plastic surgery took place. And I should
After.
maybe correct this. I mean, in the last 2 years.
Okay.
I mean, it was, I don't know if there was a little bit of a break. And then this individual appeared in a trilogy.
Oh, a trilogy.
Well, the first two. The third of the trilogy is coming.
Oh, is
soon.
it Kevin Costner?
No. By the way, Yellowstone premiered last night.
Yeah, and they killed him. Oh, spoiler alert. Oh my God. No, isn't that the whole point of the season? That he wasn't coming back? It's not a spoil.
Did you watch it yet, Mike?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a headline.
I literally watched the first 6 minutes because I didn't want it to be spoiled for me.
Yeah.
So I'm glad I did.
Well,
because Bradley would have just spoiled it
No,
for
but
me.
to be fair, we knew he was going to die.
but we didn't.
Oh.
We knew he wasn't on this final half of the season. We had no idea how or
Do we
when.
know how he died? Do you
Just
want to tell us
stop.
how he
No,
died?
no.
Oh.
He could have been missing. He could
Oh,
have
like
been
he was going to go down in an aeroplane?
Sure. I mean, there's lots of different ways.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Okay. Who is this guy with plastic surgery?
I don't know. Let's spoil some more
No
shows.
spoilers. Also,
You see the last
Matthew
episode of
McConaughey?
Penguin? It was fantastic. Let me tell you what happened. What'd you say?
Matthew McConaughey? Okay. How about Robert De Niro? We see him all the time.
We do. Former A-plus, let's read the blind item again here and regroup here. This foreign-born former A-plus list actor hasn't been seen in public for months, mostly because he doesn't like to appear after these botched rounds of plastic surgery.
Tom Hiddleston?
And again, he went away for a long time. Not a long time. Went away for years.
so he's old. He's over 50.
He's over 60.
Whoa.
Okay.
Al Pacino.
No. When he was
60.
at that A-plus stage, he was known for a certain genre.
Okay. Was he a Bond?
Superhero?
Jack Nicholson?
Billy Crystal?
Specific genre.
A specific genre. Art house.
Action?
Horror. Thriller. Porn. Dan.
Uh-oh. People are going to get upset about this buzzer. We better
well.
get it right.
Then you better start
There's
getting
like-
it right.
Two more big genres.
Comedy?
Will Ferrell?
Dan Aykroyd.
This foreign-born former A-plus list
foreign-born. I keep
comedic
forgetting.
actor.
hell.
Is he Canadian? Yes. Okay. Is that one guy?
Mike Myers?
No. The other guy. He's from up there
Canada?
and he's older and he was in them comedy movies.
You're nailing it. Every single thing you're saying is correct.
Because
Yes.
I'm just repeating what you said.
Exactly.
God, we got to get this.
A-plus list when it comes to comedies.
Vince
In the
Vaughn?
90s.
Oh, Jim Carrey.
There you go.
Wow. There we go.
No, Jim.
Jim Carrey hasn't been seen in public for months, mostly because he doesn't enjoy the last few rounds of botched plastic surgery he got earlier this year. So, I don't know. We're going to see him as Dr. The Egg, Dr. Eggman, Dr. Robotic.
What does that even mean?
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh, okay.
That was his return to movies. He was in Sonic 1, Sonic 2.
Did he die too in the first episode?
No. He didn't die in the first episode.
To be fair, I didn't know he actually died in the first episode. I thought it was all done because I saw a headline that said he got killed on an airplane. I'm kidding. I made that up.
Here's a shot.
Mike,
keep digging yourself out.
I am going to dig myself out of this hole while I remind the listeners that we do Blinded by the Item every weekday, and it's on the radio on My Talk, podcasts, wherever you get those. Make sure you leave a review and tell all your friends about it. And we've got our very own YouTube channel, which you can watch us make fools of ourselves at
Blinded by the Item.
Bye.
Bye.
Blinded by the Item.